like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all of our YouTube videos. Hit the like button as y'all come in here, man. Hit the share, the subscribe as well. Hit that Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, $ BJ Matthews. If you guys want to show your love to the podcast and donate to the podcast, make sure you guys donate to the content for this great A1 content for you guys' enjoyment to hear. And also, if you guys have not already, make sure you guys get your super stickers and super comments that are available below. If you guys have a comment that y'all want to drop, hit that super sticker button which says thanks right below to get your comment dropped. Nonetheless, let's go into some of the comments in the comment section right now. Let me see. Let's see this. Andre76 said, if I hear anyone give Paul George a pass, I'm putting him in timeout. The realist said, here we go again. Same old shit, just a different day. SMH. King Ron said, word PG, not it. He talk a lot, but don't really be locked in on both ends as he should. Too many passes for PG. Nobody can guard PG on GSW. Why are you 6 for 18 for taking 2 long twos and 3s going to the rim? Hope said, obviously, can guard PG. He had to have him 6 for 18. Joshua Smith said the refs are trash. Said the Clips had a back-to-back. I don't really, It's a lot of stuff being said in here. First of all, I want to apologize because I was supposed to be on Locked On Warriors today with my man Cyrus, Warrior content creator. I'm supposed to talk to him today, so I apologize for not having him on the live for y'all. So I definitely apologize for that, man. So, nonetheless, let's get into some things I want to kind of discuss. As y'all come in, hit the like button. Here's the thing. The Clippers, and let me share my screen with y'all so y'all can see. See some. Share the screen, allow the screen be shared. All right. So as we look at this right now, 1 second. All right. So make sure y'all can see the screen. First off, if you look at the situation with the Clippers right now, they're 8-10. The Warriors are 9-10, and they're underperforming. Both teams are underperforming. The Clippers are 2 games under 500. The Warriors are 1 game beyond under 500. They both are 2 teams that are looked at to be, playoff teams this year, which I definitely think they'll both be playoff teams, but they've definitely had one of the slower starts. I think the Clippers are number 11 now, and the Warriors are number 10 in the Western Conference. So it's a lot of weird stuff going on in the Western Conference. Minnesota, OKC, some of the top teams in the West. Houston, they're in front of the Clippers and the Warriors. The Pelicans are in front of Clippers and Warriors. So a lot of teams in front of these 2 teams that we didn't expect. But nonetheless, speaking upon this game right here, there's a number of things I saw. So the Clippers, their players and, the Warriors players today, I kind of want to go into some things that are not just so much in the stat sheet, but also just what I saw today, that I said to myself, okay, this is something that needs to be discussed. As y'all come in here, hit the like button. Hit the like button as y'all come in. So we look at the 5 stars of the game: PG, Kawhi, this is Zubac, James Harden, Terrence Mann. Looking at the minutes, outside of Zubac, everyone had 30+ minutes for the Clippers in that starting role, followed by Russell Westbrook with 26 and Norman Powell 18. Daniel Tice had 15 minutes. So those are kind of the key guys that are going to be in the rotation until Mason Plumlee comes back on the team. I noticed that PJ Tucker got another DNP. So it looks like Ty Lue has taken the step forward to pretty much have PJ Tucker be somewhat more of um, a bench guy, right? So that was one adjustment that I was very, very, very excited about because for all intents and purposes, PJ Tucker, he's just over the hill at this point. So he doesn't really need to be playing, what I'm saying, high minutes in the basketball game. Now, it's a possibility in the playoffs he might be able to get burned, but right now in the season, they don't really need him. They need to start playing their youth and their young guys. So we've been seeing Kobe Brown the last couple of games getting minutes and stepping on the floor, which I think is good. I still would like to see Musa Diabate get minutes. I'd like to see Amir Coffey get minutes because those two guys bring defense and they bring length and they bring energy and they bring youth. Right? That's why I'm seeing with a lot of these teams, they're actually bringing their youth out, their guys who are, their early 20s, giving them real burn, early mid 20s. Guys like on the Warriors, they got, Brandon Podensky, who's their rookie. Steve Kerr spoke very highly on him. He's getting minutes. Moses Moody, I believe he started tonight. He got 28 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Who else is in the rotation? Jonathan Kuminga, of course, is getting minutes, 23 minutes tonight. But nonetheless, just the Warriors. I mean, most of these teams are using their youth to actually, compromise against, older guys. Now with the Clippers, you got Harden, Kawhi, PG all over the age of 30. You got Zubac at 26. You got T-Man at 26 or 27 years old. So it's a good mixture of youth or a good mixture of vets with, guys who are a little bit in their, towards their prime. But I still like to see more of our youth being used on this team, right? As y'all come in here, smash that like button. We got 32 people in your chat with 32 likes. You should have 32 likes. If we look at what we saw right now, I gotta look at a couple things. First off, some of the reasons why I saw we lost. Number one, PG went 6 for 18 from the field, 3 for 10 from the three. He did have 10 assists, but he had 15 points. He started off the game 1 for 9. And the Clippers were still, at points leading in the game with PG struggling for, his like making shots. Like I've said it before, I think there's gonna be nights where PG has like this because of his shot selection. Right? Instead of him catching the ball closer into the mid post and the elbow and stuff like that, um, that instead of doing that, he chooses to be on the perimeter more so, catch the ball, shoot, and dribble around to actually, score his buckets. That's how PG operates. So it's gonna be nice where he looks very, very good. It's gonna be nice that he looks, very squirmish. So I think that's a flaw of his to look to, scoring the outside instead of actually going inside and catching it and using his length, whether it be turning around and shooting or going to the basket. Because you got Draymond that second line of defense, but other than that, you don't really have no defense on the Warriors as far as in that front line. So you have the ability, capability to actually attack the basket more. But when you start settling for jumpers and long twos and long threes, you're bailing the opposing team out. The Warriors don't really have a rim protector. So there's nothing really that they can do when you drop to the basket. But when you start settling for shots because you see, them in a zone or you see them, corralling the paint, you should be looking at that as a sign of respect. So I think PG got to do a better job of taking better shots. Um, I thought Kawhi was, good in the second. What was it? Well, he was good throughout the whole game, but he wasn't like nothing spectacular. He had 23 points. Um, Offensively, he was, hitting mid-range shots, shot 9 for 17 from the field. 7 rebounds. So it was just a very mediocre night for Kawhi. Pretty much our whole team, a lot of mediocrity today. You know what I'm saying, with not just the stars, but the role players as well. Um, I thought Zubac had the most impact tonight, in my opinion. He had the most points, rebound. Well, he had the most rebounds. He had 18 points. But the way he was scoring the basketball and dominating in the presence in 27 minutes, to me, he was the most impactful player tonight. On the Clippers. So that in itself showed to me like the Clippers have an advantage over the Warriors, and that's inside the paint. Right? They could not stop the pick and roll. They could not stop Zoo's presence inside. And when you have a team like the Warriors who are going to try to outshoot you, you can't fall into that trap. You can't fall into the trap of them trying to outshoot you, because they run a system that no one else can run probably outside of Sacramento, and even they cannot replicate their system. So they're gonna have to actually, at the end of the day, understand and stick to what they do best, which is against this team, pound the ball and work into the mid post and the mid range. That's what they're gonna have to do. Because when you start taking jump shots and being jump shot happy, and the shots are not falling the way they need to fall, you're putting yourself and your team in a bad situation, right? So make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Make sure y'all hit the like button when you come in. So if you look at, let me see, if you look at guys like Harden and Westbrook, Harden had an efficient game from the game tonight. He had 18 points and 7 assists. He shot well from the three. He shot 50% from the three. He shot a little bit under the 50% mark from the two. Um, I mean, offensively, he had a great, he had a pretty good game offensively. Defensively is where the point of attack actually, you know, over the last couple games, it kind of just, that's not what he is. He's not a point of attack defender. What he does do is he gets his hands on balls, on loose balls. He's a good help side defender, but I wouldn't look at him as a good on ball defender, especially with the quick guards, and that's kind of what was happening, especially in that fourth. See, if you watch what was happening, excuse me, Terrence Mann, when he was in the game and he was guarding Steph Curry, Steph got most of his points in the fourth quarter, in the second half. But the first half, Steph was pretty much on, I wouldn't say lock. Well, yeah, he was on lockdown. Whether he wasn't even looking for his shot or he wasn't looking to score, a lot of his points came in that fourth quarter where he, turned the corner and actually going to the basket on James Harden. That wasn't on Terrence Mann. What he was doing was calling for a screen to get Terrence Mann off him and getting the switch with either Zubac or getting the switch with James Harden. That's another flaw that Harden may have, is that the point of attack defense. When you got that, like, that makes it very vulnerable. So one of the main problems with the Clippers, what I see, is that they do a lot of, their IQ is not where it needs to be. Just being completely honest, their IQ is not. They have the length to be a great defensive team, but their IQ is what's lacking. Right, their IQ is what's lacking. That's why I say I go to the coach for that, because when you have a defensive team that has a low IQ like that, that's telling me that you're not actually putting the time in practice to actually be a great defensive team, to be able to help one another out. You look at a team like the Philadelphia 76ers, and you see that coach Nick Nurse doing what he's doing on the defensive end. That's scheming. That's a culture. That's a coaching philosophy. I watched tonight, because Golden State moves the ball so well. I watched basically that they're going to always get quality shots because just their ball movement, right? They're going to always get quality shots. So they got a lot of backdoor cuts. They got a lot of backdoor drives. You know what I'm saying? They pushed the ball out of, made baskets, got the ball out and went. They've been running that same system for years, right? They freed up Steph in that second half, like I predicted. So basically, going to the soliloquy of it, the Clippers have to be better defensively on their IQ. Also, offensively, y'all can see if y'all are not seeing the Warriors. You guys see the system that they run with their offensive scheming. The Clippers don't have that. They don't have the scheming. They don't have the offensive play calling that the Warriors do. They don't have the ball move. They don't have the backdoor cutting. Everything is basically a lot of ISOing, a lot of what I'm saying, let me go down and screen for Paul George to come up, or let me screen for Kawhi to come up, or whatever, which is fine, but there's not no real movement. Um, there's not no real play calling going on with the Clippers. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing more and more after each game that Ty Lue's relying a lot on James Harden to be their offensive presence as far as play calling. Right? Whether it be the screen and roll with Zubac, whether it be the pick and pop, whether it be James driving to the basket, kicking out to one of like a lot of the stuff that they run, Ty Lue is relying on James to actually know what to do. Right. So the second half or second quarter is when the Warriors start to roll away. I think they had like a 9-point lead, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think they had like 11-point lead. But that second group with Padinsky, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Saric, and let me see the fifth guy they had. I can't remember the fifth guy they had. Maybe it might have been Clay, but they just pretty much roared away in that second quarter. And the one thing that the Clippers always have a problem doing, they always seem to try and start off later. They try to come back later instead of doing the early work. That's one of the problem issues with the Clippers. They tend to always want to come in later instead of doing the early work most of the times. As y'all come in here and smash that like button. So what do I think about this game as a whole? Really nothing special happened. Like even with the Warriors side, I mean, no one in this game scored 30 points. No one had 30 points in this game. And everybody played, good amount of decent minutes, but nobody scored over 30 points or at 30 points. So nothing really crazy happened. It was just that the Clippers, again, I'm speaking about us, defensively, we're not as disciplined as we should. Now, we had a great defensive game yesterday against Sacramento, but tonight was not the night as far as defensively falling asleep. That's why I say that with Ty Lue, he has to learn how to play more of his younger guys because that they're coming off a back-to-back, which I really don't even use that as an excuse because what is it? Oakland from Sacramento is only or San Francisco from Sacramento is only like 2 hours. It's not like you get on a plane and having to fly across the country to Boston or New York or some shit. You're basically on a bus driving from Sacramento to San Francisco. That's not a strenuous road trip. So I don't even want to hear the back-to-back excuse. This team's IQ is not where it needs to be, and they need to get better. That's the bottom line. And that goes to Ty Lue as the coach. Their defense is scheming, that goes to Ty Lue as the coach. Their offense is scheming, goes to Ty Lue as their coach. Paul George, you gotta be more consistent with your scoring, bro. You had 2 bad games shooting the basketball. You went 7 for 18 yesterday. You went 6 for 18 today. That's not gonna cut it. So you got a game on Saturday against the same team. You need to actually show out against these guys. James Harden's defense, point of attack defense, is not where it needs to be. I would say, look, I don't know if it's that he don't want to play defense all out or if he just can't do it. But either way, it's an issue through and through. Because now what that does is that puts Zubac in foul trouble, and that puts their whole defense as a shift over in a bad situation, a bad spot. So James Harden, as far as being able to guard, head up, straight ahead, we see more time than not is not working. So you better have some good defenders on the court surrounding him if you want him to, worry about just the offensive end. Right. JM Clippers fan said, first off, salute. Second off, Todd changed things. No excuses. We did not play like last night. No center, small ball game. We about to quit this season and start over next season when Todd's gone. We tired. Yo, y'all can't keep doing this, man. Y'all can't keep saying one night, like last night, we found something and we did this, that, and the other. The next night, y'all be like, oh, this is not going to work. See, that's, again, y'all got to check that at the door before y'all come into the chat, bro. Remember what you just said yesterday. It's either you guys going to be all in or not. This back and forth flaking, bro, like that is not what it's going to be, man. If we do that with every single team, bro. You know how many times I talk to Warrior fans and they tell me they didn't want to fire Steve Kerr? They want to fire LeBron James. They want to fire Darvin Ham. They want to fire this player. They want to fire this coach. Like every team goes through it. But again, just remember that you can't say that we need to throw this away, do this. And when you just said the night before that, you know what I'm saying, you were talking about how good the team looked. I don't trust Ty either. I still don't trust. I will not trust Ty Lue. I thought he should have been fired last year. But I understand like what it is. Like we cannot get rid of him right now unless that, the coach or the owner, the owner of the team, the GM actually make that call. Right now he's the coach of our team. But let me drop this link, y'all. Let me drop this link in here. If y'all like want to have a comment put out there, make sure y'all hit that super chat button, man. I'll read y'all comment out loud. Let me go ahead and drop the link, bro. Corey Simmons said, I trust Russell Westbrook more than I do James Harden. Can I ask you a question, Corey? Why do you say that? I just want to ask that question. Let's see. All right, so I just dropped the link. Let me go through some of these comments. She said Clippers don't have the fair. I told you, Steph wasn't doing shit. Oh, that's you again going off on Steph. He was not doing shit. He had 26 points. A lot of those were on James Harden. You tell me role players on Golden State can't guard PG stop is a mindset. It is. It is a mindset with him. But I'm not killing him because honestly, that's not going to do nothing because he's had way more better games this year than he hasn't. But yeah, there's a mindset with him. He needs to stop catching the ball so far from the basket and start, posting up and being 6'8". He said, I can't stand Zoo. Zoo did his thing tonight. I don't know what you mean you can't stand Zoo. Zoo did his thing tonight. Jonelle, what's good, dog?
Hey, what's happening, BJ?
What's happening?
Man, I'm here working. Yeah, I got a chance to catch the game. I actually saw 3 quarters. I didn't get to see the fourth quarter, but I saw the highlight, saw the numbers and everything. We did see. I think we did a. I think we played them well. I just think that uh, defensively miscues and just lack of effort was the issue tonight. That's just what it. That's just what it is, in my opinion. I think that this team in 7 games is not gonna. You know what I mean? Uh, for all intent and purposes, I think that this team they're too small to go against us. I know we still lack. Part of the issue with the low IQ defensively, I think BJ is that we just don't have it. We just got this team, and we just got this team. Like 2 weeks ago with James Harden, and I think we just need time to, just more get that IQ elevated with more reps. You know, we got the players, we got length, we got wings, we got all the makeup of a great defensive team. We just need more time under this current team. We just need more reps. That's it. I don't think this Warriors team is gonna, what I mean, the 7 game series. I'm not a hater of the Warriors. I'm a fan. Uh, Definitely, I'm a fan of Steph Curry. I'm obviously rooting for our Clippers, but I am a fan of the Warriors, and I like what they run. It's very exciting basketball, but in a 7 game series, I don't think they're gonna, do anything versus us because we got all the tools. It'll be up to us, and if we want it, that'll be all. If the effort is gonna be there, that team is not gonna be any match. They're not gonna be no match pretty much for us. Uh, and it goes same goes for a lot of teams versus us. I think that our main issue, to be honest with you, is just consistency. We had it last night. We looked like a dominant team, like we could stomp anybody. But then today we just didn't bring that effort. We didn't, you know, everything was kind of pretty even. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the rebounds there wasn't a big disparity in steals. We didn't turn the ball over like that. I think that we just didn't bring it. We didn't bring that effort, that intensity we uh we played with yesterday. And then we can't we can't talk about the back to backs because we just all we did was cross the bridge, right? Pretty much. That was just we can't use the we didn't travel. We didn't travel anything. So, but I like one thing. We're playing our young guys, Amir Coffee. We just need to see those guys more. I like seeing Bones, so that's a plus. I think Bones is a rhythm player. If you give him more minutes, you know, the PJ Tucker being bench was that's very that's very pivotal for us because this you know I like PJ Tucker 5 years ago, not now. So you know I think
Yeah,
that we'll be alright. It's just we need consistency. That's my
yeah,
my main thing.
we need consistency, but we also need consistent play call. We need consistent lineups to have
Mm,
consistency because I did like something that Ty did today. He took when Steph went out the game, T Man went out the game. When Steph got back in the game, T Man got back in the game
hmm
in the second quarter. That's what I like to see. And now, if he can do that and match the star scores minute for minute, then we'll be in good shape.
Oh yeah,
But I think that you're right with the consistency part. That's going to take time. But I think again our IQ is not where it needs to be because I just don't think that Coach Ty Lue is that high IQ of a coach.
yeah. We could split. We lost today, but we can definitely win on our next game. But I don't mind losing to this Warriors team. I don't mind. Uh, but the thing is that I do mind. It hurts. It still aches. Losing to a Denver starless squad. That one. I haven't gotten over that one yet. So it's okay losing. To me, it's fine. When we lost to a Warriors team that they're experienced, they they pretty much they know what they're running. They done it for years. They know they know where everybody's gonna be at. Um, that team is pretty much what it is. What you see is what you're gonna get. They're gonna you know they got very high IQ players, so they just they're used to playing with each other on the court. It's been a decade. A decade. They've been playing for over a decade together and dominating. But man, we still got. I think that we can split. We are Ty Lue obviously is gonna survey this game. Look at what we did. I hope so. And I think we got it next game. I think we're gonna put it's gonna be a different outcome next game. That's what I hope. But it's nothing. I'm not shocked that we lost to the Warriors. You know, but I would have loved that win. I would have liked this win. But hey, we'll get ready for next game. We just need that
Yeah,
focus. We need to stay sharp, man. We need that intensity back. You know.
yeah. You can't win them.
Mhm. Lost you
In
there.
the NBA, you don't win. You don't win every single game in the NBA.
That's
That
right.
just don't. That just don't happen. So that's why I say it's cool. We could critique what happened, but when people say, "Oh, I'm done off this team and this that," I mean, like, man, come on.
Well,
We in game
but
17.
but that's just they don't know basketball. They don't know. It's a long season. Is at the end of the day, it's 82 games. Um, we're playing versus NBA competition. So you know, we got to
Yeah,
look at what we got and what we can get better at. But there's L's that we took in the past that those are like Denver, Utah. Those are games that is automatic win. We those teams. I don't think they got any business giving us you know you know giving us beating us. But they're not. I'm not disrespect. No disrespect. But we're just better. We saw what we were capable of. People saw what we were capable of. Yesterday, we just destroyed a Sacramento team that is a playoff team, competitive. Young.
yeah, yeah.
We just got stormed those guys off the court. Like what I mean. So ESPN is not gonna talk about it. I saw a video, Ticket TV. What I mean, comes out of his cave, talking about the. He completely ignored the last game, like it never happened. Like it. It was
Yeah,
just something that never took place. But then the Clippers lose, and then he's he's that's ticket,
yeah. He
man.
all over him. He all over him because the night before yesterday, he was like, "Oh, I had a meeting. So I couldn't get on." But all of a sudden, you can get on during the game. It's like I already went through that this morning with Herm. So it is what it
Uh,
is, man. It is what it is.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but what you think about kind of what's going on in the West right now? Who are some of the other teams you watching?
Man, aside from the Warriors, I'm not so worried about Dallas, but I am, the Lakers. Even though I know we can definitely see them in the playoffs. The Lakers are, a team that I mean, we should worry about. Even though obviously, I think that our team is, man to man. We got everything to match them, but Lakers
Right,
is one of those teams that what I mean. You can never underestimate. No matter how old LeBron is, he's still
especially in the
one of the
playoffs.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially in the
and
playoffs. You know what I mean?
and that's the thing with us. Like, see, people watch this season shit and be like, "Oh, they better." Man, once them playoffs hit, it's a totally different
It's
animal. It's
we
it's
saw
a
how
it's a series. It's a series, a totally different animal.
I saw how LeBron just completely mentally dismantled the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'm talking about a team. Even we could talk about Steven Adams being out for I don't care. You got John Morant, top 5 player in the league, right? So allegedly,
Mhm.
top. um, but
Right.
I saw that team just crumble, and LeBron, they just had that run before they hit, the playoffs. They were in the play-in, and once the playoffs start, you know, those records are not gonna. The only thing those records are these. Obviously the regular season is important for home court advantage, but playoffs you gotta execute. You know, scouting reports, and everything's just gonna just be intensified. You know what I mean? The matchups. You know, the Lakers are good. They're a completely different animal in the playoffs. I saw it. You know what I mean? Last year. Other than
They are.
that, there are some dark horse teams that I'm watching the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got a nice squad. You know what I mean? Edwards he's been balling. You know,
Mm.
even though this team didn't go to the playoffs, they just beat the Lakers and they look pretty. They look pretty sharp. The Thunders. They just blew out
Yeah.
the Lakers today, was it? So
Yeah, they
these are
beat the
teams
Lakers
that
by
to me,
20.
they're yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Houston, even though they're still young, they got a brand new coach who's experienced and who's what I mean. They
That's what a real
got
coach look like. Ime Udoka,
hmm
that's what a real
there
coach
you
look like.
go. That's what that's what a real coach looks like. We see the turnaround that team is making, and they beat some, good teams already. They, they haven't beaten us, but they did beat the Warriors. They did beat Denver. Um,
They
they
beat the
did beat the
Lakers.
Lakers. So these are teams that you still like. If you see them in what I mean, in the playoffs, if we see them, yeah, you can't take them lightly. And that's just my main concern with our squad. It's just we take teams for granted, man, and we're like going through motions. Like, we too cool for school sometimes,
Too cool for school. Yep.
and then what I mean. All of a sudden we're down, but we're down by 20.
Yeah,
Because the
I was
NBA,
watching that today. I was like in the first half, sticking around 10 to 18 points and then never getting to like two or getting the lead back. I mean, that's why you get up to these end of these games, y'all lose by 2-3 points because y'all never was able to cut the lead down
quick
when it
question:
mattered.
what was Ty Lue trying to go small when they had Surridge? I don't know. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce his name, but their center
He felt
who stretches the floor. We went small. We didn't have
they
nobody to. You know what I mean?
they went small because they tried to guard the perimeter because they knew Golden State was going to shoot threes, and they wanted to have guys to be quicker to react to the three ball. So they felt
Mm.
Zubac was kind of a liability. So he took him off and he tried to use Terrence Mann to guard Sark, which I don't have an issue with. But again, defensively, they just were not alert. Like they were falling asleep. They were not really helping each other out on the help side defense. Like it was just their attention to detail was not good today.
Yeah, pretty much. That sums it all up. I think that we'll be straight. I'm not, obviously there's no reason to panic. But I would have loved to beat this team twice, but we'll get them next time.
Yeah, we got
People
them.
forget that team is full of. They got some Hall of Famers. Klay Thompson. People keep bashing him and all that. Like he's washed. He's still Hall of Fame. He's going straight to the Hall of Fame as soon as he retires. So there's a difference between he's. I got respect for that squad. At the end of the day, we just gotta play them. We gotta play them. You know what I mean? We can't feel bad for them. They have Wiggins out. Who else? They got like three main starters out. We gotta, if a team is like that, like Kobe said once I smell blood, I go for the kill. And that's the mentality, the Mamba mentality we need, man. We just can't, if we want to be contenders, we just can't take teams for granted. That's pretty much it, and we just bring that focus. I mean,
Nah, that's a
that's
fact.
all we need. That's all we need.
That's a
You know, we
fact.
got we got the personnel. It's just that's all we need. You know,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, let me go to my man Deuce. What's good, Deuce?
BJ, what's up, fam? What's up? What's going on, man?
What's
Salute,
up,
salute.
homie? What's good?
What's up? What's up, other relative? Hey, man. Man, I'm having reservations, bro. I'm having reservations, bro. This doesn't look like a tough team. These guys aren't fighting through. It was going all good until Harden started dancing on Curry and he hit that three, and all of a sudden it turned the Warriors up. Steph was getting Steph was getting technical fouls and all kind of shit. I'm like, damn, man. We had him at first, then they turned him up. So
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Them guys, they had something to prove. I kind of figured they had something to prove. So hopefully on Saturday we can come back. But
right,
excuse me, like you were saying, the defensive rotations and intensity just can't do that. Championship teams do that shit every night. They do
right,
that shit every night. We
right,
can't do it once a week, twice a month. We can't do it shit like that, man. We're gonna end up being a damn play-in team
right.
because
That
we're not
consistency.
that yeah, we're not that far in the loss column. You know what I mean? Teams like only 3 losses ahead of us, but man, we got to start getting some wins together, bro. For real.
For real, yeah.
Because
Let
we
me
at the quarter mark. We at the quarter mark already.
Hmm.
This first quarter, nah. I'm sorry, man. Hell nah.
just a little schedule right here, pulling up right now. We got Golden State again on Saturday. We got Portland. We got Sacramento. We got Golden State again.
Damn. So we got Denver next week, DJ.
Yeah, we got them on the 6th, and we got Utah on the 9th, or Utah on the 8th.
It's funny how they want to nationally televise those games, huh?
Yeah, that's why I said they trying to set us up. They trying to,
They're funny like
you
that.
know, we're gonna have to get this Denver bug out of our system. We're gonna have to beat these
Oh
dudes,
yeah.
man.
Hmm. There's two teams that you know what I mean. Even when you said about when I'm even watching. I'm always on the lookout for the Pelicans. Though. That's another team. We just, for some reason we just can't beat that team. We you know what I mean. Those are two teams that I worry the most about. Denver Pelicans. You know what I mean. Especially Denver.
Right.
Damn, we gotta get that off our system, man. I think it's psychological, bro.
It is. It is. And Pagan 180 said back to back is an excuse player eventually. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. On a back to back, you use more of your depth. That shouldn't. I don't know where did that excuse even come from. Or you want a back to back? Like you mix in the lineups, you use more of your depth. That's all you do.
Hmm. That's right.
Hey, Deuce,
No excuses.
what you feel like the your concerns is? So you said you got reservations. So what's your concerns about so far? Deuce. All right. I guess he stepped away. But what's your concerns, Janelle?
Uh, mm, I don't got any reservations right now at the moment. Yet, it's not time. There's no, I seen this team, last year go through the same issue. Even though we were short, we didn't have our starters and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Few games here and there. We just can't. We gotta learn our freaking lesson. We can't just lose to a low tier team that has their stars sitting down. That's a automatic win. Team that what I mean is below us, or a team that is just not as good as us. These are teams where we can't afford to lose games. Like, it just
All
comes
right.
down to consistency. It's just like Deuce said, we can't just play dominant. You know what I mean? One game and then the next game go. Just do whatever, lay an egg. That's we're gonna find ourselves. We're gonna be getting into some deep trouble. You know what I mean? I don't I don't want to see I don't really trust our team in a playing situation. I just don't.
I don't
Maybe
either.
that'll change. Maybe that'll change if I with if I see more dominance being exerted from our, and I could say, oh, we could go, we could be anybody in any given night. Like if because the thing is, I think that our team is just a team that makes adjustments. Like I think we like especially because you said it the best, BJ. Our team is not only is it it's a reflection of our superstar, but our coach as well. And I see how Ty Lue doesn't get like out of control. He just surveys the game and then he makes adjustments. Sometimes you can
Mhm.
make him mad late, and we
Right.
get mad. But then when he makes them, you can see it. And then I don't think at least with Ty Lue, I don't think we're fully equipped as a team to go up against, let's say, a play-in situation, versus anybody. It's just I don't think we're there yet. At least not
Mhm.
now. Not
Right.
you know not now. But um, man, and we just got to win one. I think that our team got to get to the finals, man. Get that, you know what I mean? Just kind of like just break through. We were close. We were very close 2 years ago. I think that we could just get to the finals and then a ring. That would be crazy, but we need to become. We need to get this. I think our us getting that new stadium next year is gonna play a big. It's gonna be a big thing for us, obviously. But we need to build. A winning type of kind of like a championship culture type of deal. When we need the evidence, we can't just live off of our superstars, Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? They all, they're done their thing in the past, but we need to
Right.
bring them all. You know, see the product be coming into fruition. You know what I mean? We need to start winning and wing. You know what I mean? So the teams can take us serious. You know what I mean? So we gotta, you know, this is just one situation that we gotta, what I mean, get ourselves through. We gotta
Mhm.
transcend this. You know what I mean? We gotta start be consistent. It starts from just incremental steps. So we gotta start stringing like we. As soon as we get like into a little streak, I think that's gonna be something that is gonna be uh, power us through. And once I think we're gonna be alright. Once we get into a little 5 game winning streak and we keep it going, I think that's gonna be the beginning. You know what I mean? But we gotta get into until then. We just you know what I mean. I can't say anything. If we keep losing like this, we can we could definitely find ourselves in a playing situation, and you know what I mean. That's not good. That's not a good picture.
Mhm.
That's not a good picture. We gotta
Yeah.
string in some wings. That's all.
We shout out to Crooktown P. He said still clip gang, yes sir. Shout out to my man OC Love. He said we need to get more consistent. The consistency is gonna come from the coach. It's gonna come from the players buying in from a mindset. A mindset transferability. So do you think the players trust Ty Lue, Jordell, and if you don't, how much trust do you think they have in him?
Great question, man. Sometimes I have my doubts. Especially in that last game versus Denver. To me, they didn't look like they just I don't know. There's times I doubt it. I can't say for certain that they don't, because I know like players like T Man who've been through the ropes with Ty Lue. They built chemistry. In the past, we got some.
Mm,
You know, I feel we had players that what I mean, Batum and all them. They were with us back in the day. But we have Kawhi obviously. Paul George. They're gonna buy in. And I don't think it's gonna be. I can't say for certain that they don't. But sometimes they look like they're not. You know what I mean? But I can't say for certain. I think that as if right now, I think they do buy in. It's just that we just lack consistency. You know,
Right.
I'm beating a dead horse, but that's pretty much it. We
That's
just
what
lack
it is.
consistency.
That's what it
That's
is.
it, man.
That's all it is. That's what it
You
is.
know, but Ty Lue, man, that freaking Ty Lue, man. That's
Freaking Talu.
sometimes you just. But hey, we just hey he's here. He didn't get fired, so he's here. Let's just you know let's just do our part. The players, our stars are gonna be fine. Uh, I think I do questions his rotations. Don't get it twisted.
Hmm.
I question his rotations sometimes, a lot of times. Um, but I think that Ty Lue better, like you said, because I was listening to the other live. He brought into, like, he described how Mike Malone does it to Denver. He motivates his players, man. He just gets them all for, like, he gets them ready, man. He believes in his players. Like, you see, he's very I know Ty Lue doesn't look like he's emotional like that, but
Right.
sometimes you just need that. Like, you gotta get these guys mentally, like, ready, like, and sometimes to me it doesn't look like that. It just looks like he's a X and O's
And
type of guy,
it
and
looks
that's
like
it.
he has no fire to say I'm gonna stand
Yeah,
up for my guy. I ain't never seen
hmm
that, bro. So
Ty Lue
uh,
is like, yep, that's how it is. Hmm.
let me go to my man David. David R was good, my guy, David.
What's good, BJ? How y'all doing, man? Salute to
Yes, sir.
everybody.
Salute,
Good.
salute.
Yeah, man. We gonna keep beating our heads against the wall and brainstorming and all this, but to me, until Ty Lue start making like championship level coaching decisions, then it's gonna be a struggle. We're gonna be a 500 team fighting for the play-in tournament and keep saying, man, if he do this, if he do that. But it's like we were talking about earlier. It's basic basketball, fundamental defense is what they really should be focusing on when a team plays good defense because we have really good defensive players. Basically your starting five minus Harden are really good defensive players. Everybody on in the lineup is a good defensive player. If you if you switch Harden for Russ, then you have five above average defensive players. Russ is not the best, but he plays hard and he makes stuff happen. He gets steals. He overplays a little bit, but I think the focus should be on defense. Ty Lue is just mostly worried about scoring and plays, for this guy or plays for that guy. You don't have to worry about that because when you have dynamic players on the court, like a Russ, like a Harden, PG, Kawhi, those guys can all make shots for other people. They're not only going to get their shot, but they're going to get shots for others too. So you don't have to really coach that. That's not a coach. That's not something that needs to be coached. He shouldn't be focused so much on that. He should be focused on how are we going to stop this team tonight, like the Warriors. Like, that they cut, they run. Steph is always in motion. T-Man played good defense on him tonight up until Ty Lue decided to take him off of him and he started doing all these whack lineups. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing over and over. They have a good game where they play flawlessly. Last night they played super good defense. Tonight it's like they got away from that. It's like he thought like, oh, I guess the defense is where it needs to be. So now we're just gonna go back and focus on the offense. And that's all he think about is offense. We don't need to focus on that because Kawhi's gonna get his 25. PG's gonna get his 25. You know what I'm saying? Harden's gonna get his 15 to 20. Russ is gonna get his points. Zoo's gonna get points if they feed it to him. And right now, Zoo is at like peak Zoo. I've never seen Zoo play like consistent like this, like dominate like inside like he's done the last two games. And that's what they need. I mean, they can play off of him just going inside. If they play a team, even against Denver, he kills Joker too. I mean, he doesn't slack off against Joker. He has problems with small centers, stretch fives. guys that got quickness and could just like blow by him, that's where he's gonna have problems with. That's when you go to a smaller lineup. You bring in like Theis, or you bring in, Plumlee when he's healthy, you know what I'm saying? Or even put somebody like Kobe Brown at center because he's got size. He's not, 7 foot, but he's 6'7", 6'8", 230, 240. He can move. He can play defense. I mean, that's what they should be focusing on, man. Once they start focusing on defense, then everything will turn around because everything will fall into place. So, I'm just like frustrated. Like me and you were talking earlier, man. It's like sitting here watching these guys and like, damn, why'd he do this? Why'd he do that? I'm like,
Mhm.
that's a stupid move. It's like, what would make
Right.
him think that that's gonna work? You know what I'm saying? It's like he does stuff that's
Yes.
so ridiculous. I mean, how can he
Right.
be an elite level coach if he can't even make basic fundamental changes on the fly
Exactly.
moves? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's crazy,
Yes.
man. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's all I take from this game, man. Is just another frustrating step backwards, 2 steps backwards. You know what I'm saying? Last night we made giant steps forward. Today fell right back into the same thing. Ty Lue with his small ball lineups, and it's gonna, until somebody tells him to stop, he's probably gonna keep doing it. He knows this is last year,
Hmm.
so he probably say, "I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. I don't give a damn what they say," And basically that's what it looks like. So there it is,
That's
Yeah.
bro.
absolutely A1 what you just said. Everything you just said was A1.
Yep,
One step
there it
forward,
is.
2 step back, 2 steps back.
Yep.
That's like the song. That's pretty much
my
what's going
nickname,
on.
my nickname for Ty Lue is Gaslighting Lou because he'll say one thing in a press conference or whatever, and then it'll be like even the reporters. I remember what's his name, Law was like, "Wait a minute, you just said blah 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 blah," and he's like, like it was funny, like it was a joke or something. I'm like, this dude is sitting up here like contradicting himself. You know what I'm saying? He just be up there
Exactly.
talking, man. He just talk. You know what I'm saying?
Just
He's all
talk.
talk.
Yep. That's a good point that you just made.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is the biggest concern with the Clippers right now?
The defense. I think they just need to focus on the defense. I think everything else is fine. I mean, they'll figure it out on the court. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. I think their defense is the main number one concern to me. And second, I would say Ty Lue's rotations. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's the scheming on defense and offense, as well as just him as a whole and coaching. Like he's the middleman.
Hmm.
So yeah, that makes sense. I would say that you know, I with the whole with the defense and just the simple and yeah, the rotations, man. Like I don't know what do you feel about the rotations? What would you change?
I would try just for consistency. I would try Russ at starting with the other 4 guys. I think that was the original plan. I would go with that group just to see. Okay, this was our starting lineup before we traded for Harden. So let's put Russ in there with Man at guard, and then you got PG at small forward, Kawhi at power forward, and Zoo at center. I would go with that lineup and see how it does. And that's what I would start with, and then I bring in, like somebody said, I think it was you, I'm not sure, but say bring in Bones with Harden, and then you have Powell, and then Theis, and then probably Kobe Brown. I mean, I would go with that group as a second group. That would be my rotation for now until other guys step up. That would be my rotation for right now. And I wouldn't like just. I think one of the problems too is they don't play Russ enough. I think Russ should get like some of Harden's minutes. Harden should not be playing 40 minutes a game. Okay, so especially he didn't have any training camp. He's obviously not in tip top shape, but I would split their minutes like 30 minutes apiece, somewhere around there. Whoever's playing better will probably play more. You know what I'm saying? But Russ would not be getting the least amount of minutes. Russ, we need his energy and we need his leadership on the court. Russ is like a coach on the court because, all the young guys, you know, gravitate to him, they listen to him, and, they trust him. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody on the team trusts him, but I don't think they built that trust for Harden yet because he slows the game down. And sometimes you can see like Harden will be like have the ball, and then you'll be looking at Kawhi and PG, and they'll be looking at him like, okay, what you gonna do? Like either shoot it or pass it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then he'll like try to do something, but he'll just hold the ball for like 5 seconds and just be looking, just standing there. I'm like, what the hell's going on, dude? Pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, man. They just don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust Harden at this point. I think he's a good player. I think basically I think what they should do is like if Harden is in the game, if he's going to continue to start, if he doesn't initiate something the first few seconds of the shot clock, he should either pass the ball and run over to whichever corner he feels like he can hit the three and just stand there. Instead of having PG or Kawhi stand in the corner, it should be Harden standing in the corner and the other guys, running the offense. That way you definitely pull a guy out because they're not going to leave Harden over there by himself. They'll leave Russ in the corner by himself, but they won't leave Harden there because Harden will definitely hit that shot. So that's going to make it 4 against 4. They won't be able to double team PG or Kawhi, and that'll open everything up for the other guys. So it's like, it's basic. I mean, this is basic basketball, bruh. It's like, damn, it's not rocket science. Anybody that knows how to play ball, man, will definitely recognize, what the problem is, you know, quickly. You know what I'm saying? Ty Lue don't seem to be able to do that. I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't, bruh. I'm disappointed in Ty Lue. I used to think he was a top coach too, but watching him function for the Clippers, it's like, damn, man, I had to reevaluate it because it's like, he's not showing that he's a top caliber coach right now. And even, I watch a lot of the NBA shows on TV, like on the internet or whatever. And like dudes, like his own ex players is like coming out saying, Ty Lue needs to do this, Ty Lue needs to do that. It's like you're not listening to your own boys, the ones who've been hyping you up as a number, a top coach. Now they saying they second guessing you on TV. So I mean, if he ain't listening, then I think he gonna get fired, bro. I think if he don't change things by the end of December, I think he's out of there. If the Clippers ain't like making improvements and winning more games, I don't think he gonna last the season. I don't know what y'all think,
Right.
man.
Which coach would be well suited for this team on the market?
On the
Um,
market,
yeah.
I
Which
don't,
coach
I don't
like
think
right
they could
now
bring.
who's
They can't bring in somebody new. That's not gonna work. It's gonna have to either be that little short coach, the one with, I don't know his name,
Brian
the little
Shaw?
white guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess
uh,
that's his name. The defensive coach, I guess, either gonna be him or Brian Shaw. One of them two.
right.
I can't see it being Larry Drew. He's too quiet. I think B Shaw seems to have the team. He seems to be the enforcer as far as the coaches are concerned. From what I can see, he be jumping in their ass if they mess up. I think he'll be a good coach because I think he's had that experience. He coached under Phil Jackson. He won championships under Phil Jackson. I think he paid his dues. I think he'll be a decent coach. Just for the time, at least to make it through this season. I think
I
he'll
was
do
thinking
better than
about
Ty Lue.
I was thinking about Mike Budenholzer, but then after looking at that series closely from last year, I say I kind of like hit the brakes on that because
Maybe, maybe
that
in the
series
off
was kind of
season,
yeah. Hmm.
you know. Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe in the off season they could bring somebody like that in, but during the season, like right now, nah, they need to keep the continuity and bring in
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just elevate somebody else that's already there that knows the team and the team knows him and they trust him. That's what they need to do because right now, I bet you if they fire Ty Lue, I bet you dudes won't be complaining too much. I
right.
don't think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
That
I like to
this
hear what
team,
some other people think. Oh, go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. This team is gonna be as far as the talent that we got. I think we may need we may not, but it would be a plus if we could get a power forward. But we already got Tice. We could, we got size. that's
Yeah.
not, the issue is just our focus on the court, the set that yesterday we were running sets for Kawhi, we were running sets, Harden was, they were playing off each other, pick and rolls, pick and pops, kind of like, the scoring was balanced. Paul George was, getting his.
He just had
Then
a
we
bad
today
couple nights, man.
we today we kind of went away from that. That's what I
Yeah,
noticed,
we
and we
did.
we, we just burned the shot clock. The shot clock. We a few possessions. Yeah, I know that. I know the Warriors are great defensively. Well, not as they used to be, obviously, but you know, they got Draymond Green, and he's gonna be intense versus Kawhi, and they've been playing for years, so they know their defensive schemes, no matter who's on the court. You know,
Well, they
um,
they play with a high IQ. I mean, their
yeah,
players are pretty
exactly.
smart. They don't
Yeah,
make stupid
so
mistakes like that.
so we got caught with running out of time with the shot clock, and then we turn.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what, a few possessions, in a row that happened. With Kawhi, ISO in, instead of going to the elbow like he's best at. James Harden started dancing around like you said. I think somebody else said it. He started dancing around, and you know what I mean. Yeah, and then he fell. We kind of like fell in love with that jumper too. You
Mm.
don't got to. We don't want to. We don't want to do that with the Warriors. We just can't do it. The Warriors, they want to bait you into shooting with them, but we're not gonna win that battle. you know,
Yeah.
we got to beat them on. We got size. We got to beat them in the paint. We, and
Exactly.
we just bailed them out. We bailed them out pretty much. Like,
Yep.
they tricked you. They tricked us into playing with their style. And the thing is that with the
Well,
Warriors, I call them the Bruce Lee of the NBA because they adjust. They're not, we faced you know, they're good. They're great. Don't get it twisted. But they're not. Their maturity level is not there yet. When it comes to Sacramento, you know, they're not the Warriors. The Warriors are just better. The better team is, the Warriors. They could play like them. If you want to
mm,
do play a half court type of pace game, very methodical, they'll do it. They adjust. That Sacramento team did it. They can only play one way, pretty much. That high pace, you know, type of offense, that explosive offense. You know what I mean?
yeah.
This Warriors team, they're they got some, their basketball IQ is through just it's far none, man.
Well,
It's through the roof. You
yeah,
know?
you're exactly right. But Sacramento is just a reflection of the Warriors because Mike Brown, he coached there too. I think he
Hmm.
was there for most of the championships. So, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They play with the same type of intensity, and he's a no nonsense coach. So he'll get on them if they're not playing the way that he thinks that they should be playing. But
Hmm.
I think going back to what you said about the Clippers trying to play, the Warriors style of shooting, getting to a shootout with them. I
Yeah,
kind of
that's not. You know what
blame,
I mean?
I think Paul George. I think he's better when he's aggressive, attacking the rim, and getting in the mid range area. And I think
Right.
that if he would have played like that tonight instead of like shooting those long shots, I think the Clippers probably would have pulled the game out because I think he would have got into a better rhythm. He got into a little rhythm at the end, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't. I don't even think he shot any foul shots tonight because he wasn't getting in the
Yeah.
paint. He usually, I mean, the last couple games when he was like really hot, he was taking the ball to the basket almost every time. And they can't
Hmm.
stop him. So you know what I'm saying? That's his game. He should just keep doing that. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They,
They just got out of character tonight. I don't know if it was because they was tired or whatever. It's been a long
mm,
road trip, but you know they just need to go back to the fundamentals tomorrow and just watch film, watch their defense. I mean, I wouldn't have them out there practicing because they've been running hard and playing long minutes, but I think they just need to
hmm.
focus on what they did wrong on the defensive end, and they don't have to worry about the offense because that's gonna they all offensive
Mm,
players, so you don't have to practice that. I mean, that's stupid. If you practice in offense and running sets and all that other stuff, That's just stupid, man. That's just that's poor coaching,
Right.
bro. That's
Yep.
that's really poor coaching. You don't, that's
We got.
amateur coaching.
Yep. We gotta run our,
Yeah,
go
fucking
over our defensive schemes, because
yeah.
offensively we're straight. We just, what I mean, but defensively we gotta, be a lot better. Even though, that yet, wow, yesterday was so, it was so great watching how they played. You know what I mean? Subak looked
That's how they're supposed to
unstoppable,
play, like
bro. Like,
yesterday. Yeah.
man, this guy is unbelievable when he's focused. But you know what I mean? We gotta adjust, because the thing is that the Warriors are a different team. So every night we're gonna see a different team. But don't be surprised if we blow this team away, man. Because our team, when it comes to adjustments, and we got the type, we got the coach for that. You know, Ty Lue knows how to make adjustments. And that's something that I can't take away from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the next
He makes
game, but he
adjustments.
don't
The
make
next
them. He don't
game,
make the adjustments in the first
in
during the
game,
game. though. That's the
that's
thing.
his problem. That's his Achilles heel. He just can't do it during the games, and then gets us in trouble in the playoffs. And then, you know what I mean?
Shit,
That's,
I need to take a
you know.
bullhorn to the game. The next game I go to, so when he starts fucking up, I'll just get on the bullhorn and be like, "What's wrong with you?" Shit,
Freaking
I'm
Tyler.
telling you,
Nah, but yeah, but we'll
Ty
be
Lue is a
straight. You know what I
character,
mean?
man.
Yeah, he's a character, man. Sometimes he looks kind of like cartoonish out there, like just I'm like, what the frick is he doing? Like, call a timeout, bro. It's been late, and then but he's doing like I think he wanted to win this. He wanted to win this game. The thing is that that's just how the game goes. Sometimes we didn't, at least it was competitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I think this game, this up. Don't be surprised if we blow this team, off the court. Like, this team, our defensive identity, has this team has shown it that they have an identity, and it just the focus, attention to detail is just not there, and I think that's gonna just take time. Like I told BJ, it's just gonna take time, reps, players getting more comfortable with each other. I agree with you. I think that with the Russell Westbrook situation, I think that I do agree with you, but I think that it's best not going there right now with benching James Harden, because I think James Harden has been playing pretty solid as far as defensively. He's been in the effort is there. Russell Westbrook is kind of irresponsible on defense too. It's just that with him, it's a big difference when it comes to hustle plays, things of that nature. You know what I mean? He
yeah. He
wants
makes
to
a
like he
lot
wants,
of. He gambles a lot.
yeah, but then he's very passionate. Like he's gonna be like energy, like kind of like he's gonna give our team, obviously he's gonna be give that whatever lineup he's at, whether if he's on the starting lineup on the bench, he's gonna be like an energizer bunny. You know what I mean? He's gonna give energy. He's gonna bring the passionate, the intensity. But James Harden's gonna just talent wise, it's just I, head and shoulders above Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? And
Scoring wise,
yeah, scoring
yeah,
wise and everything else, but and he doesn't turn the ball over. That's the thing that, and I think that's why, you know, I think that in my opinion we should definitely keep going with this starting lineup. Um, that's why I think we're gonna be straight with Terrence Mann. Obviously, as long as Terrence Mann is starting, he's gonna give us all the hustle plays. And I think he's shooting 15% from the three, but that's not, what I mean, that's not, we know that's not accurate because that's gonna change, as the season progresses. They keep talking about him shooting 15%, but that's not, what I mean. He was
so
shooting 40% last year, so I
so
don't.
you think Russ should continue to start? I mean, continue to come off the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah. I think that how should I say it? Give him more time. I think that he should stay on stay on the bench because they need, because it goes together. At the end of the day, he's gonna attack the rim. He's gonna get, he's gonna be surrounded by shooters, and he's gonna attract attention because the thing about Russ is just him shooting threes. That's something that I can't stand, bro. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if he gets it. Like, he's that's not why we want him to be doing. We the fans, I don't know what's going on in the locker room, but that is something that shouldn't be happening. Russell Westbrook,
But
from the
when
corner
him
and all
and
that.
but when he and Harden are on the court at the same time, that's
That's
what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because if Russ doesn't have the ball in his hands, then that means that he's gonna have to find some other means. I mean,
bro.
he gets a lot of rebounds. He goes to the basket, but Harden
That's
holds the ball for so long, bro, that
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's what slows everything down. I think starting the game off like that is not good. I think
and that's what
bringing
I.
Harden in off the bench. I mean, I'm not saying bench him. I'm just saying don't start him. Just if you don't start Harden and just bring him in like with the second unit, I think he'll be better. Especially if you bring him in with like um, Powell and Bones. Somebody like
Mhm.
those are two scorers. They're offensive minded scorers. So Harden will be able to,
Right.
he'll be able to do his thing, and then he have shooters that can, that can cut and they can shoot outside. So um,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I
I
don't.
think that. And let me add this to what you were saying. I think that him. This is my alternative for that. I think that they shouldn't be on the court for way too long like that. It's just not gonna work. I think that Ty Lue should opt for Russell Westbrook. Him not being on the court with James Harden for like,
Absolutely.
for some so long like that. It's just not. That's
For
water
any
trying to
time.
mix. Yeah,
They should never be on the court together.
I think that he should, his purpose on the bench, it should be attacking the basket and getting Norman Powell, all the other shooters, Bones Highland and them wide open shots from three and from the perimeter. It's just him pulling, because every time Russell, and I know he sometimes he's maybe out of sorts or out of control going into the rim and all that, but that's just that's just Russell Westbrook. Let him do him. Attack the rim because he's always gonna be a threat going to the rim, going to the basket. Um, that's just
Mhm.
him. He just I think that it's out of character for him to be spotting up for threes. Just at this point in his career, that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
That's when you bail him out by shooting a three. That's why what I mean. I think that he should attack the rim more, get those other players open shots, make it easier for them to, what I mean. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
But
exactly.
uh, yep, that's pretty much my soliloquy. DJ, I'm out. I'll be listening.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, brother.
You too,
All
brother.
right, man. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
Yeah, man. So, how you feel about Saturday's game, D?
I think dude is right. I think we'll probably win that game. Ty Lue will have time to go back and look at the mistakes and make the adjustments. Um, the Warriors can't. I don't think the Warriors can beat us if we play right. I think we have a better team. So I think everything will be all right for the next game. But we'll see how it goes. Um, it's just about consistency. Like you said, they'll win the game and then they'll lose a game and they'll make the same
Mm-hmm.
mistakes over. Just keep repeating the same issues over and over. It's not big stuff, really. It's not stuff that can't be overcome. It's just the coach needs to be able to identify it when it happens on during the game and make the adjustments right away or call a timeout and and let the guys know, hey, we're not playing the way we said we're gonna play. So it's just simple stuff, man. It's not even hard. We losing games that are should be easy games for us.
Mm-hmm. And those are the games that get to you towards the end of the season when you talk about tiebreakers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, Yeah, man. We just have to pick it up. Just gotta pick it up.
Yeah.
So, um, so you got pretty much anything else you gotta say before we end the show?
No, I'm good, man. I guess I don't know. Did I miss the other dudes that was on there? Everybody.
Uh, nah. Yeah, I think you talking about the one that just left right now.
Oh, I guess it's probably too late for everybody because it's almost midnight now. So dudes probably
Mm.
on the East Coast probably out. They're probably like, shit, I ain't staying up for this after
Yeah,
the news,
yeah.
man. It's like dudes don't want to be watching
Hell
that
no.
stuff.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
So you doing another one tomorrow or what?
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay.
Yeah, doing Saturday.
All right, bro. I'm out, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, bro. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. So that concludes today's show. We'll be back on Monday, or so I said Monday. We'll be back on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.
We like that. Woo!